through, take us from the beginning up until now, if you can.
Man, if you, I'm pretty sure y'all remember my last fight versus Kevin Holland. It was an amazing matchup, and went on vacation to cross the border. I crossed the border of Mexico, and forgot I had a little bag of weed with me. Man, it was under an ounce, and got pulled over at the line and got checked, man, and man, the border patrol were tripping on the weed, and I was only going to be in there like probably the weekend, maybe a little bit shorter, but man, the laws over there out there in Mexico, they're way different, man. They don't play no games, So um, what I was thinking would turn into what was going to be, probably a little weekend or maybe overnight, turn into 8 months, man. Right in the prime and the smack prime of my career, man, and yeah, man, that was it, dude.
And that is an unbelievable thing. For those that may not remember, that fight against Kevin Holland was in July. How soon after that fight are we talking that you were crossing the border?
Exactly 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks, man. I was in celebration mode. I was just headed out to Rosarito and just have a good time and spend the weekend out there. And I didn't think twice, man. I made a mistake and trying to get some weed over the border, man. And if anybody in Mexico knows, the weed over there is just trash. So yeah, man, I made an honest mistake, man, and ended up paying some time for it.
Is there any particular reason why they were searching your car as you're crossing over the border? That doesn't happen all the time, right?
Nah, man, I guess their excuse was that there were no license plate tags in the front. So yeah, just like to raise a little bit of awareness, everybody. Like, man, be careful when you're crossing that border right now. Right now, it's really hot because the whole Trump thing, I guess, deporting everybody and I guess they got a grudge against Americans, and um, I guess they try to make an example out of me, man. I try to keep a low profile, try not to let them know who I am or who I was, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out the way I wanted to, man.
Did you get the impression that they had any sort of idea while they're searching you or have your license or whatever, that they know who you are, that you're a famous person, UFC fighter? Did they show you any indication that they knew who you were?
Nah, they had no idea. Usually, um, there's opportunities to get yourself out of certain situations over there in Mexico. And I was hoping for that. I had a water full of cash with me at the time, and try to see if I could catch a break. I try to see if they could help me out. And because it wasn't the police, it was actually the border patrol, the National Guard. Like, they don't play no games, and I didn't realize that you know that they take it so seriously, and potentially they hit me with a smuggling charge. So over there, I guess like that's a really big deal, And I try to offer some money to get me out right there on the spot, but they weren't going for it, man.
And again, to be clear, you had less than an ounce, you say, on you?
Yeah, it was 27 grams. I had a fresh ounce of weed with me,
Okay.
and the cold part about it was like I pulled over right before crossing the border, and I thought about it. I was like, man, should I throw this shit out? Like, man, what? I don't think anything's gonna happen. And sure enough, man, I should have just stuck with my gut feeling.
Were you alone?
No, I wasn't alone. I had someone with me, and unfortunately, that person had to do the time with me.
Oh,
So I wasn't alone in there, but I feel really bad about that.
is that person still locked up as well?
Nah. She unfortunately it was we were able to get out together.
Okay, at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time.
Once you get handcuffed and everything, they put you in. Why are you locked up for months and months? That's July 7th. That's 9 months ago. Why is it so long? What are they telling you? What's the process that you're dealing with?
I'm going to tell you about Trump's horrifying secret meeting with Netanyahu just days before this war began in
Man, I guess the jail the whole judicial system in Mexico is like a whole different world, and they really didn't have no sense of urgency to move my case forward and it took so long, man, and there was it was ups and downs. I went to a few court dates where I thought I was getting out, and I didn't end up getting out, and honestly, I was looking at probably even being there till late July, no, June or July, and lucky I got an amazing legal team, man, and we were able to work some things out, man, and get me out. But there's a whole bunch of requirements and stuff behind it that I gotta stick to.
Like what?
Um, you know, if you know my background, you know that this is not my first time going to jail. This is just a part of like my journey through the whole MMA thing, and like MMA has really helped me change things for me. And you know we're able to start programs, and try to help people, try to get the youth and start programs for them so they could experience